Welcome back, fans of all things Disney, and welcome to our channel. We have some wonderful news to share with you, but I thought that I would share that news as we were going through some of the many different pins that we have collected over this week. As I said in the previous video, eBay has definitely been a good friend to us as we are starting to collect Disney trading pins. We did stop collecting trading pins for a while, so now we have to do a little bit of a catch-up, but we have been having a lot of fun looking through eBay and some of the other sites to try to find pins to help us to remember different trips that we have been on. So the first one that we will share, this just came in today, and it actually arrived a couple of days earlier than expected. And this helps me to share what our fantastic news is. First thing this morning, I woke up and decided that today was the day we were going to mark something off of our family Disney bucket list, and that was to become annual pass holders at Walt Disney World. We have never really thought about doing that because we live out of state. However, with this fabulous deal that Disney Vacation Club is providing to their members, we were able to purchase a premium plus annual pass for the first time ever. And we will be putting that to fantastic use starting in just over 1 week when we travel down to Florida to see my parents, as well as to my husband who recently relocated there in anticipation of the big move for the family. So let's take a look at each of these little pass holder pins. This came as a full set. I was able to purchase this off of eBay, and I am absolutely in love with each of these pins. I adore the statues that adorn Magic Kingdom, especially the one that is in the center right in front of the castle with Walt and Mickey. And unfortunately, that is not represented on this card other than just in the graphic image on the card. But you can see there's one for Chip and Dale, one with Pinocchio, Minnie Mouse, Dumbo, Brer Rabbit, and Donald Duck. So I don't know if it's because I had purchased this on eBay, even though it arrived a couple of days early, or just in overall anticipation of pin trading and all of the fun that we're going to have with that. But today was the day we crossed annual pass holder off of our Walt Disney World bucket list. So we're very excited about that. Another group of pins that we collected this week and came in from eBay just yesterday. These are those cupcake pins that I had mentioned in a previous video. Every single time we go to Walt Disney World, we have to purchase a character-themed cupcake. It's kind of a little tradition that we have in my house. And whether it is the Goofy cupcake that my daughter loves to get, or it's the Mickey Mouse cupcake that I like to get, we always end up with at least one, if not more, of the character cupcakes. So on this card, a cute little collection here, there's one for Marie, one for Tinkerbell, Minnie Mouse, which out of all of them on the card, I have to say I think is my favorite, one for Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Pluto, and Goofy. Another pin that we added to the collection this week is not necessarily something that we just added. I've actually had this for a little bit over a year. I secured this from a Disney Vacation Club representative when we went out to Disneyland in 2016. A couple of my friends and I went all the way to California to run the 2016 Dumbo Double Dare, which is a Run Disney race. And while we were there, Disneyland was having their 60th anniversary, so their diamond celebration. This pin was given to us for free by the different DVC or Disney Vacation Club representatives that were all over the expo, and they were all over the parks to help people to kind of just celebrate the diamond celebration. This was tucked in a drawer somewhere. I'm not even sure why I did that, but I did, and I came across it this week, so I thought I would share that we added that into our collection. Now, speaking of the Run Disney event, because we were not collecting pins at the time, again, we had stopped collecting pins, so I did not purchase this while we were out there. And it was one of the ones that I had to get. I just had to get for myself because it's one of my personal accomplishment, something that I set a goal for myself and was able to achieve. But in 2016, two of my friends and I, we went out to California to run that Dumbo Double Dare, which starts with a 10K on the Saturday. And this pin will help me to commemorate that. And then, because it was the Double Dare, it is followed by the half marathon on Sunday. So 10K on Saturday followed by a half marathon on Sunday. One of the things I like most about these pins, the theming that goes with the medals is also represented on the pin itself. So the character art, the pin art is very much the same as what they invested in on the medals. So you can see a little bit of an Aladdin theme for the 10K and Mickey and Pluto for the half marathon. And then, because it was a challenge, it was the 10K followed by the half marathon, that gets you an additional medal and also an additional pin if you want the full collection. So Dumbo Double Dare was the name of that particular challenge. Total mileage on that was 19.3 miles, and it covered, again, 2 different days. It was such an accomplishment for me that it is probably going to be one of the highlights that I think about in terms of personal accomplishments, things that I was able to achieve for myself. So now I not only have my medals, but I also have my pins. And then just one last pin that we were able to get this week. This was not purchased from a Disney park or even eBay or Amazon or any of those. One of my staff members at my school knows how much I love Disney, and last year, her first year with me, she wanted to just bring this in because she knew that it would make me smile. It would put a smile on my face and bring a little joy to my life. So she brought this in. It was attached to a certificate of authenticity for her movie club. And of course, it looks to me like that is a Cinderella pin, kind of a stained glass look of a pin. My daughter has already claimed this for her pin board, but she is allowing me to show it for the video, and then as soon as this is done, she is taking and running with it. But this is a beautiful representation. It's something a little bit different than some of the other pins that we have picked up over the course of this week, but it'll look beautiful on her pin board. So thank you for taking a look at all of the different pins that we were able to secure this week, and for celebrating with us with our wonderful news as far as something that we have crossed off of our Disney bucket list. And even better news, the fact that after a couple of months we get to finally see my husband again, and of course see my parents again for just about 10 days. My children and I are very excited to be able to not only see them, but to spend time and to really just talk about all of these wonderful pieces that are happening as we are looking at this transition and our journey to a new state, to become Floridians and to become a full family again, one full family unit. So thank you for sharing not only our collection, but to share our journey with us as we do make this transition. And until the next video, bye-bye.